So this is a brooding process that we are doing. So you can see that we've opened some part of the brooder room. It is not necessarily that if you are brooding, you should be opening or closing your brooder house. But the most important thing is, you see, we are using a black sheet as a cover. What are you introducing your birds to? Other people claim that using white sheet is good. But do you know the reason why we use black and not white? You can use black, you can use green, you can use blue, but to use white, it has its own effect. That means you increase your temperature. Whilst when you use the black, you would rather reduce your temperature because heat will be sustained. During the daytime, you can then open for light to penetrate, and you can off your light. And that way too, we call something called partial withdrawal of light, so that your birds will not be used to the normal light that you are putting on them. You can see that we've offed our light, and the birds are really enjoying themselves. So I'm changing their drinkers. And one thing is, when you do medication and the medication doesn't finish, you have to change it, because the medication is for within 24 hours. Anything beyond 24 hours can have effect on your birds. So you have to also take note of that. Somebody also asked me, why is it that they are sleeping at? Yes, because they are not used to the light, the normal light. Yes, you can see how I'm sweating. Yes. So the birds are responding very well. They are eating well and drinking well. We've had few mortality. Yes. So we brought them yesterday from Accra to Takrade. Yeah. And it's very interesting. So it was a 6 hours journey. Yes. So 6 hours journey. The driver was also not professional actually. So the birds were overstressed. Yes. So this work is not easy. Now note, in your brooder house, there are a lot of precautions that you need to take in your brooder house. There are a lot of things you need to do and not to do in your brooder house. It is very, very important. What you wear into your brooder house is very important. Yes, what you wear in your brooder house is very, very important. Walking, you don't have to wear anything. Yes. You can see how active they are. And I know a lot of you may have questions about this brooding process. And one thing I'll keep on saying is, how you brood your birds will determine their future growth. It's very, very important to note about these things too. You need to take very good care of your birds. You need to give them more water. They consume a lot of water at this stage. And it is very, very important to know that the type of medication you are giving them is also very important. You take note of all those specific things. Okay, so actually that's it. We will do part 2 of 1 or 2 things. Part 2 of how to brood your birds. You need to use a gas brooder depending on your location. If you have access to gas and it's at cheap price, why don't you use the gas brooder? Yes. And arrangement of your feeders and the drinkers is very important. It should be in line. It's very, very important. All these things are basic things you should know. You have to also make sure that you clean your room, which is you have to spray around your brooder house, and make sure that they are feeders. You are now using the feeding tray. So using the feeding tray, it's very important that you clean the feeding tray when the feed finishes. Yes, when they are done eating from the feeders, or when their poo is within the feeders, you clean it. Don't just pour feed in because, yes, apart from that, I think they are okay. They are really okay. And one thing is, you also have to brood your birds with noise, or you need to get a source of sound for them. It's very, very important, because getting some sound for them, it creates, let them be alert that, oh, this is the sound I'm growing inside. So all those things are very important. The birds you see here are 3,350 we brought. We've lost a few mortality. Yes, on arrival we lost around 20, and currently we lost almost four within 4-6 birds. Yes, but so far I think they are performing very well. Their feed intake is very high.